Most of us remember exactly what we were doing when the Twin Towers were hit on September 11th, 2001.
Yeah, I was working at home that day, and I had the TV on in the background. I was driving to work in the morning and listening to the radio.
The deadly attacks in New York killed nearly 3,000 people. There are several memorials established to honor those victims, and one is in Detroit right now.
We want people to always remember about the bravery and what happened to America on 9/11.
The reason for the Stephen Siller 9/11 Never Forget exhibit.
Day in and day out, if you're not living in New York City, you're not reminded every day of what happened to us.
So volunteers are taking reminders to different cities in this tractor trailer. Artifacts from the World Trade Center, New York fire trucks, and equipment worn by first responders.
It's just big part of history, and it was a shock. So it was something that affected all of us, so we just wanted to see a little bit more about it.
From the time you walk in to the time you walk out, Jack Alm tells me he sees a huge difference on people's faces.
Big difference. They're emotional walking out. Sometimes they're crying. It stirs something deep inside them to remember. It's our generation's Pearl Harbor.
Amazed by the sacrifices that the people made and are still making. I don't think any of us will ever forget.
This 9/11 traveling memorial will be here in Detroit for one more day. The exhibit is open from 9 to 3 tomorrow near the Rinson in Lot C. In downtown Detroit, Kristen Pierce, The Now Detroit.
What an opportunity to see that here in our area. You know, you covered it. We were
Yeah,
talking about
I was at Ground Zero for a couple of weeks after that, and it just sticks with you. I mean, just the sights and the sounds and the smells and the whole works, and it just and every time you see anything having to do with it, it just all comes flooding back on
Yeah,
it. So.
I think it's good. Like they said, you know, you live in New York, there's a constant
It's
reminder,
always
but
there,
to have
yeah.
all of us always remember, never forget that. Great opportunity to see that here.